check it out, that's cool.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. It's Friday, so you already know that means we got some more strange videos we're going to be reacting to. Been a lot of weird stuff going on in the sky. Some people think it's meteors, others think it's missiles. I have no idea, but we're about to check it out and see what's been going on. If you want to show some support, don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, you know, stuff like that. Maybe share the video. Always try to remember to keep your mind open and question everything. But yeah, other than that, it's about to get weird. Let's get right to the video. It was shaking everything. I didn't hear it. I'm in Columbus. I don't know how people heard it from New York, and I couldn't even hear it in Columbus. How does that make sense?
All right, we are in the newsroom right now, and it's a bit chaotic right now because we just heard a big boom, and we go on social media, all of a sudden we're hearing reports from people all over Ohio, pretty much, saying that they heard this big, large boom. Matt, I'm going to bring you in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
What areas did from all over Northeast Ohio here?
So this boom, we heard results that everyone heard it out in Lorain County, all the way out to Ashtabula County, then down to the Canton area. There are reports that something was sighted down in the Pittsburgh area as well. And the National Weather Service came out and they just said, and again, we'll get more information on this, that some of the GLM imagery that we get on satellite, which can show heat and all sorts of good stuff, that it could be the result of a meteor. A meteor, I mean, it's like movie stuff that hit perhaps out over Lake Erie, we're not sure, but that would make more sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people thinking this is an earthquake. It didn't really feel like an earthquake. It felt like something hit, right?
Yeah.
Or an explosion.
In your time covering news, have you ever had a meteor?
I've never had.
Never had to cover a meteor.
Meteorologist? Never covered a meteor before.
Imagine
This
that.
is what the Schumann looked like when that, in quotations, meteor had entered our atmosphere. NASA had confirmed that it was a 6 foot, 17,000 pound meteor. 6 foot, and you're telling me the chunks were this big? This is just one of hundreds of chunks that people are finding. But the most mysterious part about all this is the fact that the explosion took place over Lake Erie. People have now been reporting seeing beings walk in and out of that water. People have also been reporting Bigfoot sightings in the week prior to all this, specifically 9 different sightings. I know how everybody feels. I'm a firm believer in cryptids. While living in Colorado, I had an unfortunate experience with what I still believe to this day to be a skinwalker, and a lot of other people have had those experiences as well. There are many aspects of this reality that clearly people are very unaware of. When looking at detailed lightning maps during that time, you can see 2 elongated flashes. I've seen meteors well over 6 feet break up in our atmosphere, and they damn sure don't look like that. What does that look like to everybody? I want everybody to start using discernment, because do keep in mind we're in the middle of an, in quotations, war, okay? Nothing of which you would expect to see from that nation is going to be from that nation. You feel me? I'm just saying, I don't believe shit that these motherfuckers got to say anymore. Tell me these motherfuckers didn't detect this thing?
Yeah, I don't believe anything they say, but for all we know, it could be some NASA equipment falling down and they're just trying to cover for themselves. It could be just as simple as that, but who knows what it could be. It could be anything, really. Zombie attack? What? Oh, I'm prepared.
Have y'all seen what's going on in Texas? Crazy things all up in the sky. Zombie warnings at a courthouse in Texas. This video was recorded by this guy right here, and thank you to the girl that reached out to me and sent it to me. This is not a meteor, guys. You can see it going around in circles and doing all sorts of weird stuff. At the same time, they heard something all the way from Ohio to New York, they were saying. It was a loud, crazy boom that shook everything. And we got this thing going on at the same time. And then this is in Texas. And obviously in Texas, they're finding little pamphlets that are about preparing for zombies. And I'm not saying it's related, but I'm saying it's weird. that all this happens at the same exact time. By the way, have you seen all the meteors lately? Like the last week? It's just every single day we're seeing these in the sky. And don't even lie to yourself and say it's a meteor. This thing is doing gymnastics in the sky, going around in circles and left and right. So I guess zombies is next. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I have no clue what these ones are. That's like 5 or 6 of them. More like 8.
What the heck is this? I had a family member who worked at the Prudential Center in Boston. This is the Museum of Science's live stream on the Boston Harbor. And I have no idea. You'll see it in a second. Gonna go off the building and bam. What is that? Just kind of flying around there. I zoomed in on it and put it in slow motion on the next part of the video. But the crazy part is the next day when he went back to try to replay it to show one of his coworkers, the Museum of Science had actually deleted that hour off of their live stream. So I don't think it was something that we were supposed to see. Is this extraterrestrial? Is this a government experience? This is, again, the Museum of Science in Boston's live cam. Tell me your thoughts.
It's not my first time seeing these things. I've seen these things before. And I think it's so weird how they leave that trail behind them. That's what makes me think it's definitely not birds. What do you guys think that is?
So nobody gonna talk about the fact that the government just secured alien.gov like that's normal. As y'all can see, it's right there, alien.gov, registered on March 17th. You gotta sit there and ask yourself, why now? Why would they do this now? It wouldn't be because they're gearing up for something to happen, right? It wouldn't be because the movie Disclosure Day is coming out, right? I'm letting y'all know right now, things are ramping up very quickly. Y'all pay attention. I know y'all been seeing over the last couple of days, asteroids been entering Earth. And I be sitting there like, ain't they supposed to know when this is coming? Like, they can detect it, right? But then I seen one today where they said it was an asteroid, but instead of it going down, the junk started going up, down, around. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck could that be? Then I started thinking again, how many satellites do Elon got in space? What's the fastest way to make a one world government? Thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and it's definitely ramping up. And all we can really do is wait and see what happens. And when it does, use our discernment. Because for them to push something like a one world government, something very big would have to happen. Because people aren't just going to go along with it. It'd have to be like something bigger than 9/11, a major event. And then they would try to push the one world government. So, I mean, I don't know. We got to wait and see. Maybe nothing happens at all. But yeah, things are definitely ramping up.
Something bad's going to happen March 26th. That's the date. I've been saying that the blackout might happen. Blackout equals 85, and on the 85th day of the year is March 26th. Kind of weird that is out there. So this movie's coming out, shout out to Coke Zero, called Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen. Coming out on March 26th. These are the Sampaku Eye that something bad is about to happen.
Listen up. In one of my previous videos, I was talking about the 4 drones that were stolen from Fort Campbell. I'm not going to say what I did on the last video because it got taken down by TikTok, but hopefully you can put the puzzle pieces together. Now, right after the 4 drones were taken from Fort Campbell, the FBI warned the police in California that Iran wants to retaliate for U.S. attacks by launching drones. Then I talked about this man, Larry Silverstein, the once owner of the World Trade Center, purchased the U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles. This is what the U.S. Bank Tower looks like. Now, do y'all remember the movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day? There's the building, and it gets blown up in the movie. Not only that, do y'all remember the movie Independence Day? This scene same building. The more you know.
So there is an author by the name of Philip K. Dick. He wrote a ton of books.
Yeah.
So he actually had some of his books turned into movies, as adaptations. But he had a book, Blade Runner. So Philip had this extensive dissertation to where he explained how reality worked. And all these books are actually based off of the information that he has and past experiences. He had an experience to where it came through this girl's, like he visited somebody and their necklace shined like a light into his eye. The beam of light came off of there, hit him in the eye, and he saw this reddish, purplish beam.
Wonder if it was a crystal, because crystals they can hold memory. So I'd be interested to know if it was like a crystal or something.
He says he got a bunch of information. One of the first things he knew was that his young son had a rare disease. Takes him to the doctor. Doctor goes, how did you know that your son had this rare disease? They caught it early and saved his son's life. So by that simple thing right there, that piece of evidence to where he knew his son was sick and saved his life and it was real, that's when he started writing. Then he said that the way he got this information wasn't just downloads, but it was coming from this hyper intelligent system. He called it Valis.
He called it who?
Valis.
Valis stands for Vast Active Living Intelligence System.
There you go.
What does that sound like?
AI!
How did he come up with this before AI was even a figment of anyone's imagination?
All this information that he got from this being. He says there's a programmer. Life is a chessboard, and there's a program that sees all the moves.
God.
And then there's a dark force that looks like it's always winning, but in the end, the light wins. The programmer wins because the programmer knows all the moves and they're necessary moves for a greater good. He says that we are existing in parallel universes all at the same time. He's saying that deja vu is actually us getting upgraded and we're moving into a new timeline or existence because
That's crazy, because I literally just got deja vu today as I was making this video. It's insane.
Because every time we get an upgrade, we are moving to a better, more perfect existence.
When you think about heaven and hell, what if this is already heaven? And that kind of gives credence to that. He's saying that it's basically shedding until it becomes perfect. This could already be heaven, and we're just getting closer to this perfect existence.
This is heaven and hell at the same time. I think when you have religion and you have science together, that's the answer, because it's one and the same. When you think about scientists and professors and all this, they're so enrooted in logic. Or this is how things work, so it can't be a God and this and this and that. And then the religion people, God says this and that's what it is.
Just have faith, and which is fine, but
it's really both.
Yeah, they have to exist amongst each other. They're kind of one and the same.
He's just saying that essentially there is parallel universes. This is why we have the Mandela effect and whatever you want to call it, only because we are shedding the old world and getting to a better, more perfect existence. So eventually that world becomes chaotic and full of chaos and hell, and that's what hell kind of becomes.
Right.
It's the shedding of everything else, and then heaven is essentially the perfect version of earth.
This reminds me of the TV show His Dark Materials, because just like what they're saying, in the show they have parallel worlds and people open gates to the other worlds so they could travel between them, and the energy was leaking in between all the worlds, and that's what was causing the havoc. So what they had to do was close up all the gates and things would go back to normal. And the stuff that was leaking between worlds, they called it dust, and that's what they thought was sin. And in that show too, they were able to communicate with it, and it was like some higher intelligence. So it is pretty similar, but it's a really good show. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend it. The guy that made the show, I think his name's Philip, so it might be the same guy. Who knows?
I know you see that.
Yeah, what's down there? What is that? Why is it smiling like that?
Okay, serious question. I'm filling up my car. I've never seen this sign before. Minimum fueling volume. That truck's too loud. minimum fueling volume, 4 gallons, dispensing less may violate federal law. So I have to buy 4 gallons of gas? I've never seen this. Has anybody else seen this anywhere else?
Somebody had to have put that there.
Okay, hot mics
There ain't no way.
occasionally happen, and sometimes at the best possible time. And this hot mic is from the chief political correspondent of CBC News, which is Canada's state-sponsored, completely controlled media organization. It's the same thing as like The Guardian in the UK, completely controlled. So listen to her hot mic, and this reminds me of during Schmovid-19, when one of the health ministers or something in Canada, she got on a hot mic and she said, "Oh, I just say what they tell me to say anyway." So listen to this.
But there's also, the reality that some people in Alberta are kind of warming up to the Prime Minister because he has taken markedly different positions on issues that matter to them, whether it be energy development or climate change measures that he's backed off on. So maybe Mr. Jennifer feels like his writing is starting to move in that direction as well.
Rosie,
now listen to this.
CBC's chief political correspondent Rosemary Barton live in Ottawa. Minister of Industry Melanie Joly is speaking to reporters in Montreal. Let's listen.
Wait for it. The mic didn't properly connect. Ha 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 ha, it's all just made up anyway. What's she talking about? Surely they're crafting up as we speak, like, oh, she actually was mentioning about, like they're going to try to spin this. I think this is like a divine intervention. Sometimes hot mics happen. It's like when, who was it who was being interviewed and then the light bar almost landed on them? You remember what I'm talking about. Anyways, absolutely shocking. Let me know if you think it's all made up anyway in the comments below, and follow for more.
So I just woke up from taking mushrooms, and I don't think anybody really understands how serious the situation is with the insect aliens.
Insectoids.
I don't think anybody really understands how intelligent they are. I don't really think anybody understands how powerful they are. These beings are like anything we've ever seen.
Man, what a trip. Just imagine doing shrooms and you end up seeing insectoids. That's insane. I've never done mushrooms. I've thought about trying them, and like DMT and stuff. Obviously, I've thought about it, but I've never done any of those. I've never really done anything like any mind-altering drugs. I've always been curious, but I've never really done it.
They just allowed me to go to their world and come back. Like, I can't even explain to you what I saw. They don't move like us. They don't think like us. They are way past the point of emotions or feelings. These are creatures of pure reaction. Like, you can't imagine something that doesn't think, it doesn't feel, it just purely reacts. They took me around and they let me see the mantises. They let me see the spider beings, ant beings. They don't even talk. They just click, or they stare at you infinitely. Like, that was the most frightening part. Just staring at me. It's like you want to move so bad, but you can't. Because you know the mantis will just grab you. But then it never grabs you. I don't know, and then the whole time it's just like, while it's there and you're there, you're feeling so much. Like, that's why I'm crying right now. Because there's just nothing there inside of them, but at the same time, there's so much intelligence. It's like one infinite hive mind. And it's like they allowed me to see it. It's like they let me see into the hive. When I was plugged into the hive, it's like I wasn't seeing through multiple people, no. It was like I was myself, but I had everybody else's data and information running through me. And I didn't know what to do. So I just stood still. And then when I went amongst the ant people, they're just running on programming. Like, bees and ants are just running on one set of programming. Everybody just has this one specific task, and they're just running around doing it, and nobody knows why. All in service to the queen. And oh my God, y'all, when I talked to the queen, all I'm gonna say is this.
You get the queen, you get the hive.
Queen of the fucking ants.
Should've took her out.
All I'm gonna say is the queen of the ants, she's immortal. She doesn't even die. She just makes more and more of herself, right? She makes all the other ants around her for the sole purpose of cloning herself and taking care of herself. She builds a system around herself so that she can just live on and on, passing down her memories, her experiences, her everything into the next queen. I mean, shit, it is her. And not only that, they are all evolving. All of the insects are evolving right in front of us. They evolve way faster than we do. And if we don't do anything, we're fucked. It's not even gonna take the fucking insects that long. They are literally going to have us defeated within a matter of years if they're not already doing it. And I thought they were like at the bottom of this whole alien food chain chart thing. No, the insectoids, they're at the top of the chain. They're orchestrating, the insects are orchestrating all of this shit. The insects are orchestrating all of this shit. And the mantises sit at the top. This is what y'all gotta understand. The praying mantises sit at the top. Not the spiders, not nothing. The praying mantises. The only other thing second to the praying mantises that y'all should fear is the worms.
The worms?
Literally the worms. The worms are the most dangerous, parasitic. If it wasn't for the praying mantises, we would all be defeated by worms.
You'd think it'd be like, I don't know, like something like roaches or something. Worms? What about... I'd be more afraid of an ant than a worm. Unless it's like a dune worm or something.
Y'all might think I'm crazy, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, they just took me and brought me back. I'm like, all I heard was clicking. I mean, all I seen was telepathy. Like, bro, they put me in a cocoon. They put me in a cocoon. You don't understand, I had to go through different stages. Like, this shit was crazy. And they didn't even make me transform. You understand what I'm saying? You just sitting there, you being harvested. That's if you get caught up by the negative ones. I'm telling y'all, we really can't escape the bugs. They outnumber us, they everywhere. It's 1 trillion to none.
Yeah, 100 to 1.
Like, we don't even factor in.
Probably more than that.
They dominate the whole universe. Even when you look at Alien versus Predator, the Yautjas was once a slave race to the insects. I mean, what the fuck? It's over, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the insects is the final boss. The insects are the final boss.
Sounds like a crazy trip he had.
COVID, spelled backwards, is a direct correlation of the word DYBUK. DYBUK, that word translated in Hebrew means to be possessed by an evil spirit. Now, if you were to Google this, it will tell you I am wrong. But if you're using Google, you're already 10 steps behind.
Yeah,
because
Google be lying.
is not our friend. Just a coincidence that from this era, there was a strand called Did you know there was a movie called Omicron? And what was that movie about? It was a movie about aliens invading and possessing people's bodies. Let's take it a little bit deeper. The word pharmakia shows up in the Bible. Pharmakia, its translation is sorcery, witchcraft. But how is it referenced in the Bible? Works of the flesh. Okay, what do they use to make vaccines? Stem cells. Deception of... I say all this to say that everything we ever needed to heal ourselves was already left here for us.
I'll say this right now. They ain't getting my body. Nobody's getting my body. I'll make sure of it. It's probably, I don't know if all of that is true, but all I know is I'm not letting anything take over my body ever. Never.
Okay, so I'm wearing my EMF RF blocking silver fabric. I wear it to sleep now so that I can keep my dreams without them being stolen from me and uploaded into the cloud. But I want to explain to you that I know this stuff works. I did a video about this previously because I'll read a list of something and then a second later can't remember anything I just read. Where did it go? And then I'll do it again. And I've noticed this over time. I was reading lists of supplements to take, and I'd forget the list. I'd have to go back to it every 2 seconds because I can't remember. I can't hold anything in my head. Why is that? Because it's being uploaded into the cloud, right? So now with the protection, I can actually remember not just one list, but all the lists. I don't even have to look back at the list, and I can tell you all of the things that were on it. So that's how I know this is working. That's proof.
I might need to try this out because lately I haven't been remembering my dreams like I used to. It's definitely noticeable. And the dreams I do remember, it's been like the past 4 or 5 dreams. I'm getting chased out of my own dreams. Like every time I wake up, I was always getting chased by something or like a group of people. So I don't know. What you guys think this stuff's really happening? Because I don't know. I think it's a possibility.
The entire planet was just 3D scanned using Pokémon Go. I cannot make this up. 30 billion images. LiDAR scanned with your phone to create a digital clone of our entire world for AI. Yep, those Pokemon were not in random spots. They were in spots they wanted you to scan. Multiple people scanning the same place, different times a day, different times a year, have all just created a map that is so accurate, GPS can't even come close. This would allow robots to get anywhere on Earth.
Man, we're doing it
now,
to
before
ourselves.
we start blaming the tech companies, that was right in the terms of service that everyone agreed to. Google also did this with reCAPTCHA. You ever wonder why it was almost only images of city stuff? It wasn't ever select the image of a shirt or a fork. Google charged businesses to use this and trained its AI for free. So where are we in the life cycle of AI? Because I think we've been here before. First, we research AI. Then we perfect AI with quantum computers and stuff. Then AI perfects itself as we make it dance. Then AI enslaves humanity and makes us build its components into the earth. Then the sun throws a thunderbolt like Zeus and kills the AI demon, forcing us to go underground. When we emerge, we return to worshiping the sun like we used to. I'm only half kidding, sort of. Niantic Spatial is the company that did this. And despite its terrifying implications, I will say it, that was one of the most genius moves in human history. Pokemon.
Okay, so we know that it's AI. That's besides the point. But is anyone else picking up on the fact that it's so obviously AI that it has to be intentional? There's really no good reasoning behind why they would intentionally be creating these videos to look AI, other than just straight up confusion and reverse psychology.
Prime Minister, I want you to know the president asked me to come and make sure you were okay. Yes, Mike. Yes, I'm alive. I want you to know the president asked me to come and make sure.
Look at his face right here. When he smiles, his face just entirely changes. And you should have already known this, but this is your proof that Daily Mail is a completely controlled page. If they were really trying to prove that Netanyahu is not dead, then this is not the way they would be going about this. They are deliberately being sketchy about it. If they're trying to prove that he is not dead, then they would not be showing you videos that are so clearly and obviously AI. They know exactly what they're doing. None of this is a mistake.
Hey, AI is starting to falsely accuse people of crimes, and they are going to jail for it. This woman was put into jail for nearly 6 months down there for a crime that she did not commit. She lives in Tennessee, and the crime happened in North Dakota, who smart people now have picked up on the fact that Tennessee is not in North Dakota. Someone in North Dakota walked into a bank with a fake military ID and tried to withdraw tens of thousands of dollars. And they ran security footage through an AI facial recognition software, and that software scanned this woman's social media posts and said, she's kind of sort of the type of person she almost matches. That's got to be the culprit. So they traveled 1,200 miles to arrest this person. And then she spent nearly 6 months in jail until her attorney was able to produce a bank statement showing that at the date of the crime, she was in Tennessee buying cigarettes. She could not have been in North Dakota, 1,200 miles away, to commit that bank fraud.
Is Jeffrey Epstein alive? Well, we did what the internet couldn't do. We searched, we asked around, we looked all over Florida, and we tracked down the man that everyone keeps seeing, all right? And it turns out he's not Epstein, okay? He's a former D1 tennis player, a gold medalist, a Soho fashion entrepreneur, a former real estate executive, and today we can finally put the rumors to rest. We got Palm Beach Pete in the building.
Palm Beach Pete.
How you doing?
What a
How
name.
you doing?
Pete is doing just great. This whole thing is a phenomenal. I'm driving down I-95, minding my own business, and some knucklehead films me, and the next thing I know, my phone is blowing up.
It's just blowing up.
Blown up.
I'm going to be
Out of
honest.
control.
I don't think Epstein killed himself, so I'm kind of skeptical. You guys are both from West Palm Beach. You guys are both Jewish, so I'm kind of skeptical about everything, but I'll let you guys continue.
Palm Beach Pete is Palm Beach, not West Palm Beach.
Palm
Big difference.
Pete. Palm Beach Pete. Polly, can we bring up the video that's gone viral and broken the internet over like the last, 5 days now? It's just insane, this one video. You're just cruising in your car, right? It's a convertible. You got your hat on. And some guy just says what? Whoa, Epstein's alive.
Epstein is alive.
There it is right there. It's just you in your car, right?
Epstein is alive.
I'm minding my own business, driving down to play some tennis. And the next thing you know, hundreds of millions of views all over the world. Phone calls all over the place. When it first dropped, I was out at a restaurant, really nice restaurant with my girlfriend, and she says to me, those people at the table over there, they're talking about you. So I went over to their table. I said, you guys talking about me? They said, are you the guy that went viral on the internet? I said, yep, that's me. And they wanted to take a photo immediately. Then I went to the bar. Bartender wanted to take a photo of me. Ran into a friend of mine also sitting at the bar. She introduces me to her friend. I introduce myself, and schnot's coming out of his nose because he thinks it's so funny that he just met viral Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh. Nah, I'm gonna need his real name. Palm Beach Pete ain't good enough. Cause I mean, they look so similar. They must have been like made in the same lab on the same day or something. Cause they're twins.
You get 2 today. 2. Watch. Don't focus on him. Focus on this. This right here. Hidden in plain sight. Do you guys remember when I did the video about the sundial, where there was one in the middle and then one reflecting in the east and one reflecting in the west, and then the firmament was folding down, and there was another celestial heavenly object above that firmament coming in very close? Pay attention to this, not them, this. And I want to see if you picking up on what I'm dropping. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Pay close attention. What are y'all trying to tell us? Are you seeing this? Let's go back to the picture I just showed you. You see it yet? Keep paying attention.
James and the
Now
Giant
you see
Peach.
it? Wait, let me see if you see it now. Oh, what about now?
MasterCard.
This is the MasterCard logo. That is old, but they're showing you something, what it could potentially look like coming very soon. Then you get to this. Are they telling us something hidden in plain sight, that this right here is reflecting that you're about to see two suns merging? I'm trying to see if you're picking up what I'm dropping. This is showing me something hidden in plain sight. They've been communicating about this all along. Two celestial entities, male, female, coming together to produce a new celestial power given to their children down here. It would be called the new kiss of the sun. Seriously, you can call it Andromeda and Milky Way. This would be their interpretation of it. And there will be negative and there will be positive begotten. This right here. Positive, negative. Higher self, lower self. Once again, I bring you a video dealing with sinners. Told you. 2. Damn.
Well, I read a book once about a guy dying in a car accident. Next thing he remembers, he is watching himself lying on the ground. A doctor is arriving at the scene, giving him an adrenaline shot, and this pulls him back into his body. My conclusion would be that you probably have layers of observation. Question is, would there be a final layer? This layer certain people would call God. God is watching us. The triangle and the eye. The pyramid of the Illuminati. They want to kill us all. But who are they? You have the Eye of Ra. Other people would say, it's my guardian angel watching over me. Some people observe multiple eyes. The Watchers. Native people would call it the ancestors. So going back one layer at a time is associated with death. But what would be associated with birth? That would probably mean that you have to create a new layer with a new observer. But the problem is, when the observer observes another observer, it becomes the observed. In comes sin, the deadly sin of lying. How would this work? Between the old layer and the new layer, you put a mirror screen. Now the observer is looking at himself. Hey, is that me in the mirror? No, that is the Kuiper belt. And this is Mars. And this is the Milky Way. Okay then, but what do I look like? This is you. Hey, is that me there in the firmament? Ha ha ha. No, that is the moon. And these are the planets and the stars. Okay, But what do I look like? This is you. So the question is, who has created sin? Who has created this reflective layer? Who has put us in a reflective ball? Why is it always replicating itself? An observer in an observer in an observer. And where will this end? The Bible will tell us the snake is to blame, or women.
You stupid woman!
In my opinion, the answer lies in a much older story, the story of Horus, Osiris and Isis, because there you have a perpetrator, an evildoer.
We will rid the world of the evildoers.
The two-horned Set, or Satan, bringer of torture and pain. Isis is looking in the universe. Set comes along and puts Isis in a reflective ball. Instead of the universe, Isis is now seeing her mirror image, or Isis. Set is now tricking Isis in believing that Osiris is not her mirror image, but a separate entity. Set is using two tricks. He puts Osiris in a sarcophagus and he throws it in the Nile. The moon is put in a box. Then Set is cutting Osiris in 14 pieces. People mail me, the moon cannot be the reflection of the bigger Earth, because how do you explain eclipses? And how do you explain the moon phases? By now, almost everybody believes we are living in an ever-expanding universe. Thanks to the space agencies. Even a failing rocket triggers people into believing the flying ball circus. Let's fly to the dark side of the moon. Set has many tricks and followers. Layer 1, Layer 2, the mirror. Isis is seeing herself in the mirror. In the meantime, behind the mirror, Set is creating Horus. Horus, invisible for Isis, is being projected on the backside of the mirror. Now you have an overlay of two reflections. Isis now thinks she is pregnant with Horus. Isis and Horus, Mother Mary and Jesus. Mother Mary. Mary in Latin is Mare, sea. Then we have Jesus. Jesus is Ichthus, associated with the fish. So the water is giving birth to the fish.
Man, that's some pretty interesting stuff right there. What do you guys think? Are we supposed to have this reflective layer, or were we never supposed to see ourselves and be able to see our own reflections? I don't know. It's pretty interesting, but that's going to be it for the video today. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think. All the channel names for the videos are going to be on the screen in case you guys want to go check them out. And thank you guys for all the support. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. But that's going to be it for the video today. Make sure you guys stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.